Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and coming at you live from the end of Chapter 4 in the Forgotten Knoll, I'd like to welcome you to the Union-mandated nap edition of Bayonetta Origins. Before we get started with this very busy episode, I figured we should slip into something a little more appropriate. Now that wisps are on the menu and able to be collected, I figured it would be nice to switch into something that you unlock once you find all 42 of them, and that is an elegant swan.
Yes!
I mean, it's kind of cute, weird, I don't really know what it brings to the table, but personally, I do prefer this with a bit of a shorter cut, specifically a new chapter, so we'll go with that. I should mention that a pesky demon is unlocked by basically unlocking all of Cereza's skills and finding all the moon pearls, so pretty easy to do that, it's just time consuming. Same thing with Cheshire and a blundering witch, all infernal fruit for his abilities. But we'll go ahead and swap into a Cursor of Love, which you get for collecting all 48 of this game's journal entries, and, well, yeah, boo. I do kind of like it though, he's got like a nice little owl mask on. Huh, we can also swap out of his bandages, show his battle scars, and get back to the adventure at hand. Right, so if you thought we had a lot to do in the last episode, don't kid yourself, man. That is going to pale in comparison to what needs to be done here today. So we're not going to waste too much time with our abilities and instead admire the beauty that is known as the Wisps Hideaway. As we return to this area every so often over the course of the game after rescuing more wisps, this place will ironically appear more lively, but right now it's just utterly depressing to have these dead children sort of running around, skewered and pirouetting off the side of the screen. So I kind of like the song here though, it's kind of cute. And Colm will actually be kind enough to give you a lot of rewards that would definitely be worth it, so definitely keep an eye out for those, as well as this. It's just right now, there's not really any use for us to hang out here, so let's go ahead and leave this depressing place, head into the next chapter.
You're leaving already? Sorry, we're in a hurry. Can I trouble you with one last request? If you find any more of my friends captured in the forest, would you be so kind as to save them and send them back here? We'll make it worth your while, I promise. You have my word. Thank you.
Saying farewell to Colm, they resumed their chase. The White Wolf was just ahead.
Take care, Cereza. Take care, Kitty.
Chapter 5, The Mad Circus. Oh, man. So like I mentioned before, Colm will give his thanks in the form of generous gifts, including a moon pearl and infernal fruit, so it would behoove you to come back here every so often and get whatever rewards he has for you. You'll be able to tell on the map by this little icon that, hey, he's got something for you, and with the advent of fast travel coming up soon, it'll be pretty easy to check it out. Let's go head over here and marvel in the continued majesticness of this big top. Even a small dead child with a cardboard box over his head can appreciate the beauty. Yeah, according to Boxby, it's all over if that ringleader finds us. Yeah, speak for yourself, my friend. This one's name is Candy. It's a very scary circus. All right, let's bust on through because the boss is in there and it doesn't take that long to get in. Now, this guy over here is going to be our first instance of a wisp that does not really want to be rescued. You kind of have to coerce him into coming back by giving him some materials. So, yeah, this one's named is Pinpoint and he wants a needle substitute. Just gotta be pointy. So he's only gonna ask for 5 demonic unicorn horns, and I am more than glad to give these to him, but good God, you get so many of these over the course of the game. They should have charged at least, 50 or something, but he's the only one that will ask for unicorn horns, so there you go. Yes, just the pointiness I needed. Okay, well, there goes that Korok. Okay, so let's go and cast this aside. Dancing in our new attire. It's only appropriate, right? And there you have it.
There's power here. It feels big. Cheshire sensed something nearby.
The elemental core is near. Maybe inside that tent?
Yeah, what was your first hint there, Cereza? Okay, so nice explosion radius. Oh, and they're using wisps as circus attractions. God, they have them tied up to like a dartboard, throwing knives at them and tied up and, oh, skewered as all hell. That is messed up, my friends, very messed up. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's keep on going. If we drop down here, there is eventually a place that we can veer off towards that I'm kind of curious to check out. They very briefly introduce the element of wind in this section, and if it's too powerful, it'll blow you away, but that has never happened to me. I don't even know if it could happen. Excuse me. Oh, this guy right here. Okay, well, that's fine. I can dodge and... Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Yeah, so all you do is kind of brace against the gales and that's it. But I read that you can get like blown off of these things, and yet it's like that was me doing that. So all you do is just keep walking and you don't have to worry about it. Like the wind did none of that. It's weird. But you head down here, it's a health tonic. I'm all filled up, baby. Don't need any more of that. Okay, well, I suppose I'll go. So this is the strongest the wind is. Not making much of an impact, so maybe Cereza should join the circus, right? This is a shortcut for a bit later. We'll unlock it and you'll recognize it, but where we really want to go is that damn big top.
I saw this act at a fair once. Never thought I'd be the one performing.
Ah, you don't say. Okay, so a nice little spot to save here, which we won't worry too much about. So it's time to make our way to Amadon's Big Top. So let's go and summon the train that has been haunting us the entire time and ride it on down. Oh, you're not so scary, are ya? You're not so bad. Full steam ahead as I die from secondhand smoke inhalation.
A massive fairy took them by surprise. Once again, Cereza was petrified with fear. Get out of the way! Cheshire yelled at the terrified Cereza.
I can fight! Don't treat me like a helpless child! Come on, Cereza, get it together. I'm going to be a witch.
And here we have the showdown against Amadon Dub. This guy is actually kind of a pushover, but this fight is really cool. So he's gonna start off on this ball here, and you actually need to swack it once so you can reveal the hook, but he usually will attack right after. So wait for that cycle to end and then go ahead and pull at it. And this is where you can deal some major damage. All right. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Very, very nice. He does have like quite a few moves, but you can actually cancel some of them out if you're careful, so that's pretty nice. He'll throw bombs sometimes. That's kind of annoying, but go and do that again. Pin him down and get him to at least half health. Oh my god. Okay, phase 2 begins. And he's gonna swing from the chandelier. But he's also going to direct this cannon to start shooting at us, and there will also be fireworks. This is definitely where you want to make sure you have Cheshire's extra special speed boost going on, because these can be pretty tight otherwise. Okay, so now he's gonna perch himself up on these towers here, so just bind him down, press the button, and voila. Time to hit him once again. Everything you got, just as much as you can. There we go. Oh, very, very nice. So now we get a redux of getting shot at from every what way, so just keep running and avoid as much as you can. Yeah, that stuff will certainly help. There we go. Invincibility might be a good idea here, but honestly, you probably don't need it. So after long enough, if he wants to cool his jets just a spell, there we go. So he's gonna start hopping to and fro, and I believe on the third one is where you can actually bind him down.
You're not going anywhere.
So with that, finish him off, because that was the fight.
Get him, Cheshire.
Tired of your tricks! Cheshire! Time for the finale!
They had defeated the formidable fairy. If only slightly, Cereza felt she had made a difference.
Not bad, huh? Told you I'm good for more than just carrying you around.
But Cheshire was not impressed.
You stuck-up demon!
Cereza was fed up with Cheshire's arrogant attitude.
Man, that is a fight for the ages. I don't know, I just really enjoy that one, and as someone who's a big fan of circus-themed stages, this one is by and away one of my favorites. Hey, we get a new flower container. Very, very nice. But the real prize comes at the end of this stony cavern of sorts. Can you guess what our second elemental power is going to be? Because if the locale isn't enough to give it away, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stone Shrine. Oh yeah. Also, thank you for this incredibly recycled bit of information. But with that, let's take it in.
It's just like before. I know. Hold on. I wonder what power you'll get this time.
Behold, Stoned Cheshire. You can change to your stoned form by pressing the blaze button and just revel in the magnificence.
Let's go!
he looks so cool. So Stone Cheshire is probably the most powerful elemental form you have, but he is very slow and is probably the magic guzzlierest of them all. So you really have to be careful when fighting with him because he will usually go out like a light when you least expect it. But he is insanely powerful and is just really nice to have on hand most of the time. So we'll see what he can do out in the field in just a moment, but I do want to do a bit of minor backtracking because we have a new chest available to us that I don't think spawns until after we grab that. But it's back over here. And it's one of those really annoying ones that you have to be like really, really tight about. So if we do something like this, and then over here, you gotta go and do that. And then there'll be another. There we go. And last but not least, you have to dash. Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did practice that last night and I could not get it to save my life, but I'm so glad I got that on the first try. Here, at least.
Cool!
Alright, another Umbran syrup to throw away, and in case you were wondering, you can't do any form of backtracking here either. I think that's more or less a fact of life coming into these boss battles, but you know what? I think even in the next one you probably can, which I am equally as excited about. Just you people wait. Okay, well now that we have achieved our ultra stoned form, we can continue onwards and indulge in the fine art of the belly flop. Oh yeah, this is going to be used to pop things up and to, more importantly, break things down. So it's pretty easy to suss out where you can do these things because, well, it's going to be glowing yellow or orange or whatever hue you want to call that. But let's go and drop down and prepare to take on a tutorial of sorts. That is, unless I keep getting caught under these damn gates. Okay, you cannot tell me that is not the look of somebody who looks like they forgot to pick up their kids from soccer practice. I'm sorry, that's just what it looks like. We have a save spot here, but this area is pretty straightforward in being more or less a tutorial section for Stoned Cheshire. Basically, anytime you see a bunch of things to be destroyed, just go ahead and give it the old pollywog wallop and you'll be good. Destroy everything in your path and you are gonna just have a ton of materials at your disposal. They don't usually lay it on this heavy, but you know, just because it's all brand new, they're gonna do it now. So here we have a fairy automaton made of metal. Yeah, definitely hearkening a little bit to Nier Automata, if you ask me, which is something I wanted to mention before the circus. I just haven't had the time to, despite these longer episodes. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we can get into a battle here, and someone has a barrier. Luckily for us, Stone Cheshire can actually destroy these barriers. He's a little weak right now, so it's gonna take a minute, but we're just gonna go ahead and just deal heavy bouts of damage here. He is slow, he is lumbering, but man, is he strong. Look at that.
Perfect!
A much different fighting style than anything we've seen so far, and by the end of the game you're probably not gonna use him exclusively for fighting as much, so just keep in mind that he seems kinda good now, but at the same time maybe he doesn't seem super great. Over here we can do exactly what you would expect us to do, and that's to launch Cereza in the correct direction with the old belly flop. There we go. I know they call it a stomp, but come on now, it's a belly flop. All right, my friend, I shall de-skewer thee. Oh my god, it's another Korok.
You're welcome.
It sounds just like noise. Okay, snout. Oh, that's adorable. It looked like he had like a handlebar mustache or something. Okay, well, let's not forget to grab that because it blends in so perfectly well, and we can keep on looking around. It is unfortunately going to be a minute before we find a reflective rock for us to practice on, so sadly we'll have to use vanilla stoned Cheshire for the time being, but in being able to dig things up from the ground, you rarely have to do it, and they make it so obvious. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Let's just keep on following the path. This area is like much longer than it had any reason to be, and we have a bit of a puzzle. Okay, so we have two different types of platforms. One that if Cheshire decides he wants to belly flop on, will lift the other matching one, and that's where Cereza stands to reach higher areas. Again, you don't see this all that much, but at least it gives her a chance to perfect her tightrope act, just for a little bit. Access places she has no right being. Thank you. Definitely worth my time. 15 of each? Sure, why not? But you can just go ahead and hop on down. And I probably should have mentioned this a little sooner, but these stone monoliths that we've been seeing, you can also absorb those just like you could with the vines and the shrubbery and whatnot. And oh, all right. It's good to see you there, friend. All right. Valiant effort, my friend. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing over here to progress forward. Essentially anything that you need to interact with Stone Cheshire with, you can see it glowing orange. So I wouldn't worry too much about it at all, honestly. Now it's time to follow. If Cheshire could possibly, there you go, move a little more conveniently. And we can now use the mushroom bounce. These things we've been seeing littered all over the place are finally going to be useful for once. And it's the most lucrative way of travel via interstate mushroom. All right, we have a massive machine here. I kind of don't care to see what it does for us. All right, nothing? Yeah, I kind of figured as much. They're just throwing them everywhere. Over here we have like a tilty table, and you come back here, Cheshire. Don't even think about it. There's a secret chest up here, and you can actually see this from another point way farther down. And if you miss it, then it's not a big deal, but it's just kind of annoying having to backtrack for it. I thought there might have been somewhere else to do that. I don't think doing it on this end. A lot of the times they don't make you know, explore this much, but oof. Thank God for no fall damage. But we're gonna have you step on over here, go that way, and ooh. All right, let's try this. Sir, you have missed the plot. Oh my God, he did not see that coming. That poor soul. I'm so sorry. All right, so there is nothing over here. It might be one more level up that we're gonna find ourselves a lovely upgrade of sorts. So, there we are. Nice. And you can go back down that way if you want. So, yeah, this is where we need to go for a perfectly unguarded infernal fruit. One that you definitely want to grab because it's right there. Let's do it. Eat up, Cheshire.
Whoa! Okay, pretty good.
Oh, isn't that adorable? There's character development. He's no longer getting all this infernal juice all over her hair so that it is just sticky in perpetuity, you know? Okay, well, that's nice and all, but I think we're almost done. This is where you would get a, you know, a check on that chest over there. Have to do some backtracking, and if I'm not mistaken, I guess. Gee, who would have thought? Oh, this is fun. Gotta love the Gog Magog. Just gonna go ahead and not worry about that for right now. There we go. Yeah, this fight seems kind of optional. I hope I can just go ahead and beat the crap out of this guy. Sir, whoop, come back. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and slow you down, maybe. Yeah, we kind of comboed the hell out of him last time, so if I could do that again here, that'd be great. Ooh, he's so strong. Oof, but he's so slow, and his combos don't reach as far. So definitely a time and place for some of these, but come on. Just beating him up, beating him up. A little rough around the edges, but you know what? Most stones are. So I'm not gonna take that too hard. I wonder if this was even worth it, actually. Something tells me it probably wasn't. But I'll still enjoy it nonetheless. Ooh, Demonic Mist. I guess, oh yeah, I did use one. We're officially full on all of our potions. Fantastic. There's another Arcane Lantern, but sadly, nowhere to reflect and dance upon ourselves with. So here's the arena, and that mysterious figure who looked like, you know, they forgot their kids at soccer practice was watching.
What is this? Was someone watching us?
Spooky. But if you think about it, this is kind of a terrible spot for these sort of performances, you know? It's like, well, I got a bunch of chains in front of me. There are, you know, concierges just walking up and down the steps, giving drinks to the other patrons, and what do I get? Is just this musty old metal seat. Yeah, a nice cup of tea, all right. Well, if we go back on through over here, let's see. Let's go up this way because we can actually get an item down over here. So we'll actually, what did I hit there? That was weird. Snag this up. And is it more syrup? Yes, it is. But it's also more experience, and I really do want as much of those as possible. So we'll go back this way and bust those open. Nice. And eventually we are gonna make our way out of here, don't worry. I don't think there's a lot of backtracking that needs to be done through here in the future, so that's nice, but uh-oh. Alright, well, we can use the Stomp in battle to send shockwaves out that stuns things nearby and uncover enemies that are burrowed. So, not too bad, but it's just a very short radius, and it's not really all that useful because not a lot of enemies do this. But you know what, you can do whatever the heck you want, so, oof, there you go. Nice. I'm probably going to run out of magic. Or maybe not. Nicely done, you two. Nicely done. Thank you for all of the Onyx Roses. And before we proceed forward, I would recommend heading through here. Ooh. Bravery. Okay, so it's just another time limit one. That's not too bad. Let's go and swap onto this, and if I'm careful, I might be able to make something happen here without too many issues. We're gonna hold off on using Stone Chest here for just a minute. Okay, nice. I wasn't aiming in that direction, but I'll take it. Yeah, they're gonna give us some of that too. There you go. Eat up. All right, we'll do this one. Here we go. We also have a treasure now to worry about. Oh, in the form of that stuff. All right, let's see now. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, now we can probably switch. Hey, put that away, man. There are children present. Ooh. There we go. Oh, something that the game hasn't mentioned yet is you can deflect projectiles just with your random skin. So, very nice and greatly appreciated. All right, here, we'll give you a little rest there, Chesh. You ran out of magic. That's my bad. These guys haven't been dropping anything though, so. But overall, a pretty decent gauntlet of, you know, things to come. So I'm not going to complain too much about it, especially if I don't have to spend 20 minutes inside this thing. And what do you know? Another piece of flour. Does this come as a surprise to anybody? Because I feel like at this point, it probably shouldn't be. But with that, I'll meet you guys outside because we've seen this song and dance before. Perfect for hydration, my friends. Okay, so still quite a lot to collect around here. And the main reason why you'd want to come to this place, first of all, is, I guess, to go wherever this takes us. I don't remember, actually. Oof. Oh, I think we rescue a friend, right? We come over here, and we have someone who has been shackled against their will. And this also is going to be a shortcut back to that area that I had mentioned before. Nice little treasure here. Thank you. Nice and concise, to the point. But back to the area with the heavy gales and getting caught on things. We can activate this, and there you go. Just in case you need a quick trip back to that area, you can come on over here. But I don't really see any reason why you would. We're not going to follow those wolf tracks. Hell no. Not today. But we gotta go rescue our friend here. He is hidden behind these stones that, yes, we can now absorb. I guess I should probably mention that. How are you doing, friend? Are you okay? It's just so morbid. Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with your face? Jesus, his name is Machina. Alright, time to get back into routine. What routine could you possibly have, my friend? Just a cup of oil in the morning? Some WD-40 for lunch? Jesus. Well, I think that was essentially everything to do here. And I would just recommend doing it. It is definitely worth your time, just so you don't forget for later. I did find myself the first time going through this game kind of skipping and missing a lot of these things that are just... It seems like you can't go to it, but then it's pretty obvious that you can. So, just one of those things. And more of you would spawn. Oh my god, this freaking jerk over here. Alright, you know what? Cereza, I'm gonna need you to deal with this one. Hello? Thank you? Oh my god. I hate pixies. For the love of God, why are they so squishy? It's like their health is only determined by the number of hits you get on them, not by the amount of damage you do. Alright, let's go over here, and we're going to be doing some travel, interstate travel via mushroom here, so there you go. You can't get hurt by the stomp, by the way. The Wallywog Womp. So, keep that in mind. We keep on going. So you don't have to do this to get around too much. It's mostly just for secrets and progression, so hooray for that. Oh, this section. Okay, if you want to take that, that'll go back down. But over here, this is where the game is going to teach you that you have rock armor. So you can deflect most attacks, but it will use magic. So very useful to have in play here, especially when you are using the demonic mist, which gives a lot of magic. So we're gonna do this, protect Cereza, and we're good. Okay, so I do want to go over here, and I would suggest doing this for obvious reasons. Going to the old slam down, and check it out. In the back we have a corpse that we should probably save. Get something good in return, you know? So, let's save her. I will just give this music just the chef's kiss in perpetuity. I mean, it is so good. Excuse me. All right. You jerk. You asked for it. You asked for it, my friend. Here, let's do this. Do some of that. I shouldn't even give you the time of day for that. That was dirty. You were nowhere near anything there, my friend. Cut to him actually being there and dancing on my corpse. All right, so we'll just keep going this way. And there you go. You can go and guard up, please. Thank you. Now we're free to go, but there is one more thing to do here, and that involves... Oh, I thought there was... Oh, this thing. Oh, shoot. There's also stuff over there. Okay, let's try this. Where do we go for you? Just right here? Okay. There you go. Okay, that was odd. I guess I could have probably binded them at the same time, but just whatever.
Cool.
All right, we gotta really start using our potions here soon. Let's go get ready for this, because I have a feeling this is gonna be dumb. Sir, how dare you? How dare you have a barrier? There you go. Yes, I will indeed body slam you until the end of time, my friend. And another treasure. Please and thank you.
Yes.
Man, we have almost doubled the amount of onyx roses and Avalon drops that we started the boss fight with. So we're looking really good on collectibles and upgrades whenever we find those, which is soon. If you look at the map, which I'm not going to show out of, spoilers, but we're pretty close to a previous area. Also, hooray for Sunday morning cartoon antics.
Whoa, I'm flying.
Welcome back to Jade Hill. We have returned, and if you want, I guess we could probably explore this. I don't remember what's over here, but I don't think it takes us back, so... Could that have been a point of no return? Perhaps. Oh, here we go. Another very confused wisp. He's got arrows in his head. His name is Robin. All right. So he's T-posing for me, and he wants 2 demonic mists. So this is another reason why you kind of want to make sure you have a couple of potions of each on hand. You very rarely have to give him that much, but get out of here, Robin. Whatever you do, don't remove those arrows. Yeah, oh, and there's treasure. Cute. Yeah, so we are basically straight up ready to go. So let's go and head back over, and I think we're essentially done. Beautiful. Just a couple more of these. Man, they really driving this home, aren't they? Also, I've never been able to get these 3 onyx roses no matter what I try. It's just they never show up. Are you joking? Okay, that one was actually ridiculous. There was 2 enemies with stone barriers, and they had shields, so they were not getting hurt to save my life. So that is the one I will not give any credulity to, but welcome back to Jade Hill and its sanctuary.
Hey, this looks familiar.
That's right. We made it.
Have fun at the circus.
That voice.
A familiar voice once again echoed through the trees. Cereza looked in the voice's direction to see a strange wisp, buried deep in a cap.
A wisp? So you're the one who talked to us back there.
You know, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Ignis, the keeper of this forest. Good on you for taking care of that circus. I knew I was right about you. Something tells me that Ringmaster won't be enjoying his trapeze anymore. A pity.
He was an absolute brute. Play a bit part in someone else's show? No thanks.
Knowing this voice belonged to a wisp put Cereza infinitely more at ease. But Cheshire said not a word. He seemed to have no interest in the wisp at all.
You said your name was Ignis, right? Ignis? You wouldn't happen to know where we can find the remaining elemental cores, would you?
Of course. The next core is at the bottom of the lake.
The bottom of the lake? Well, I suppose that's lucky. I was always better at sinking than swimming. The problem is coming back up again.
No need to worry. Just drain the water. But you'll have to go over a towering tree in order to get there. To get to the bottom of a lake, you need to climb the tallest tree in the forest. Isn't that poetic?
The tallest tree, huh?
Something the matter?
Nope! Not a thing! Clock towers, giant statues, yes! Witches love high places. Thanks for your help.
You're very welcome. I know the secret pathways of this forest. I may be able to take you to somewhere you've been before. If you'd like me to guide you, just ask me anytime. Think of it as showing my gratitude for taking care of those pesky fairies.
And with that, Ignis's pathways have been revealed, and they can guide Cereza to the sanctuaries across the forest. As you guys know, each area only has one sanctuary, so we're going to have to be doing a bit of backtracking here and there, even with the fast traveling, but this helps an infinite amount of time. So I think in the interest of time, we are going to end things off here, and in the next one, we will not only be entering Chapter 6, but we will also be indulging in our skill sets and spending all of our hard-earned experience. This is where the game really opens up for you, and you can start exploring a bit more than you could before. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Bayonetta Origins, and I hope to see you here next time. Take care, everybody.